Hello everybody, Dave the Rave, roving the rock here. Today I'm in the centre of Whiting Bay. Isn't that lovely? And I'm out for a run. It's 6 in the evening, about there. I haven't started yet, but I'm just about to. I'll just come round the corner and show you. There's Whiting Bay. And yes, the thing is, you don't always feel like going for a run until you get started. So it's mind over matter. You've just got to get going and get out the door. That's the main thing. Everything else will take care of itself as long as you get out. So that's the first thing for me. I'm out the door, I've got my kit on. However far I go, I'm a winner because I'm actually going somewhere and I'm going to make an effort. So I better get on with it. I'll talk to you in a wee second. So this is where I'm running today. I've done about a mile so far. I've just stopped to record it because I'm showing you where I live, which is Whiting Bay in the Isle of Arran. And I have the privilege of being able to run up and down this village. It's going to be dark soon. There'll be street lights on. They're just coming on, I can see them. So I thought, well, I'm not feeling like I've got much energy today. I'll stick in the village instead of going somewhere else. And up and down the village is 3.5 miles, so my plan today is to just go as slow as I like and do twice up and down the village, which would be 7 miles before dinner. So there we go, but that's the view I've got, so you have to say I'm spoilt on the scenery, no question about that. Okay, that's me going again. So yeah, I've done the same as usual. I've spent the first mile or so feeling kind of sluggish. I didn't really feel like going out before I went out, and especially because I'm 60 years old. But even at any age, when you start off, the first mile or so is going to feel. It takes a while to get warmed up and to feel loose and to get into your running. So I've done that now. Now I'm feeling better. I'm glad I came out. What I did before I came out, I did what anybody should do really, a little bit of preparation. First thing, check what kind of weather I'm going to be facing. So I looked at the rain map, live rain map on the internet. There's the odd shower, but not much. If I'm lucky I'll stay dry. So I've got a lightweight waterproof on. I looked at the temperature, about 8 degrees I reckon. When you're running, as a rule, in centigrade this is, you can add 10 degrees on. That's how you'll feel once you get warmed up. So, I don't need that much in the way of clothing. I've got leggings on and a lightweight t-shirt. I think that'll keep me right. The wind's not strong. Just into the side, a bus coming. Alright. There we go. Waved at everybody. Waved at the folk in the bus stop. Waved at the person in the bus. The driver. That's a nice thing about Arran. Wave at everybody. Everybody who lives here says hello to each other. So yeah, a bit of preparation. And so I know it's going to be comfortable as far as the weather goes. I don't need gloves. I don't need a hat. I've got a head torch because I think if I do stick to the 7 miles, it'll be dark by the time I finish. And at each end of the village, the street lights run out, and I might be running on a bit of road with no street lights, or I might even just want to be seen, even in the street light area, if I'm running on the road, so I don't get run over. So I've got the head torch. I've made sure before I go out that I've been to the toilet, which seems obvious, but if you don't know, that's a good idea. And the other thing is, I'm going out this time because my dinner's coming up and you want to be running when you haven't just eaten. Ideally, you haven't eaten anything for at least 2, maybe 3 hours. and that means you won't get a tummy upset when you're running, and also all the blood that goes to your tummy to digest food will be in your legs, available for your legs. You won't be digesting anything. So that's the preparation I did. Lastly, I took account of where I'm running according to how much energy I feel like I've got. I feel like I've got hardly any today. It's not a sob story. It's actually quite good in a way, because you get a chance to see how I deal with that. I went for quite a hard run yesterday over the String Road, and I was tired at the end of that. So my route here was going to be over the forestry or around Kildonan, which is all very hilly, and because I don't feel energetic, you've got to be merciful to yourself. So I'll point at this way so you can see the sea as well. That's nice, isn't it? So I've decided just to go up and down village because it's flat. So that's what I'm doing, and it won't be strenuous. I don't care how slow I go. I'm being merciful, and then I can be fit to fight another day. So the main thing is the shoes went on, and remember, for most people they don't. It actually doesn't really matter how fast you go, just so long as you do something. Just keep moving. It doesn't even have to be running, but it's running for me today. Now the problem is I've got cars coming towards me, and because it's getting dark I don't know if I know the people in them. So it's a difficult thing. Do you wave at every single car but you only know half of them? Or do you not wave at anybody and of course ignore the people you do know? Difficult one. Depends on my mood. The answer varies. Anyway, so that's about 2 miles I've done now, and I'm definitely feeling better. I'm glad I came out. That's me back to the centre of the village again. Okay, so I'm at Sambraze now, at the north end of the village. This is a particularly beautiful part. Lovely sandy beach, although most of Winebait's got that. It's just very pretty here. And in fact I lived at Sambraze for a long time. And I'm nearly at the end of the village, and I'm feeling fine. There's the shop behind me, the blue one, the village shop. And the thing to remember as far as pace goes, where's the car? It's waving at somebody. When you're running, most of your runs should be easy. What they call conversational pace. A pace that you can talk at like I'm doing without being too out of breath. I'm able to talk just now because I'm not going fast. And that's the best measure of it. If you're struggling to talk, then you're pushing on a bit. Now most of your runs should be easy. I'll give you an example. Elite Ethiopian athletes, and they can run at 4.5, 5 minutes a mile consistently. They'll run at 8 and 9 minutes a mile for 80% of their training. Very, very slow for them. The point is, they're moving, but they're not straining. They're getting aerobic exercise. They're not building up any lactic acid. It's not hard, but it's still making them stronger. But it leaves their actual best energy for the efforts that count. So there's the secret. It really doesn't matter how slow you go, because 90% of the gains are made just by putting the shoes on and running at all, at any pace. It's just the icing on the cake. If you want to do sprints and things, which most people don't really need. The main thing is they just need to run some miles. And if you do it easy, you don't get scunnered, and you'll do it again the next time. So, I'm scunnered, by the way, if you're not from around here, fed up. That's me turned down at the top of the village there. So, I'm on my way back to the centre. See, it's getting darker. And so yeah, but especially when you're my age, a lot of days I just don't know what my body's going to do until I start moving. You got to find out when you start, and then your body tells you what it's capable of that day, if it's tired or not. Right, I'm going to take a detour here. I wasn't planning on this. This will make my lap of the village 4.5 miles. So we'll see if we still do 2 laps. I'm adding a bit on here. Going right down to the beach at Sunbrace. But part of the reason I'm doing that is because I feel good. Because I'm going slow. My body's warmed up now. I'm not working hard. And I'm feeling good. I'm glad it came out. There we go. There's Sunbrace playing field. And there's the church. Okay, here I am at the end of the track, at the end of Whiting Bay. I'm just going to turn around. That's what I'm running alongside. Isn't that lovely? Turn around here. There we go. Not needed my head torch so far, which is good. And I'm still feeling fine. Well, how could you feel anything else with scenery like this to run past? Just amazing. Okay, here I am. I've done up and down the village and the extra wee bit I was talking about. And let's have a look and see, just hold this camera still, how far I've gone. Oh, can't actually see it. Anyway, it's about 4.5 miles. Now this is the dangerous bit as far as the run goes, because I didn't go on a circular route. Alright, no bad. I went on an out and back route this time, which means I've got to go past the place where I started. And the temptation is to just stop where you started instead of going past it and carrying on. Nobody likes going on out and backs because they're doubling back in their own footsteps, and I'm doing it twice here, so that's the danger. I get fed up or scunnered, as I was explaining earlier, and I just stop. So, and you know, that's the thing about treadmills as well, or dreadmills as they call them. You can just press stop whenever you like. It's too easy for me. I'd rather go somewhere where you know you're going in a circle and you can't finish until you've completed it. Takes the mental pressure away, you know you're going to do it. Not the case with this run. I'm paying the price for having not quite so much energy as normal and giving myself this easy surface to go up and down. But so it's physically easier, but mentally more challenging, because I've got to make sure I don't stop here and just go and get a cup of tea and some fish and chips or whatever it is I fancy. So I've got to keep going. I have decided to keep going. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do another lap, hopefully, of the whole 4.5, and that'll be 9 altogether. Fingers crossed. I did need my head torch. I need it on the road here, so that's good. Mine's got a light at the front, blind you, but also lights at the back. And the lights at the back are so cars can see me when I'm running away from them. This is a Black Diamond Roadrunner. A wonderful torch, love it. I mean, I better keep going or I will stop and I'll just put the kettle on. So here we go. Okay, another milestone. That's the centre of the village. This time very dark. That's the last time I have to run through it and not stop. I'm heading north again, up to the top. So I'm going to complete a decent run here, at least 8 miles. And it'll be 9 if I do that extra little dog leg at the top. So I have the pleasure of knowing, since I didn't stop in the centre, I'm going to get a decent mileage in. It's funny when you're running, you think about things, and every so often you wonder, what was I thinking about? What have I been thinking about when I've been running? So I'll tell you, the last thing I was thinking about was actually my eyesight. I was talking about how the eyesight is a remarkable thing, and it can pick out detail even when it's really dark. When car drivers and things need lights, and you're outside, you can see even without street lights quite often just by moonlight. Amazing. I was thinking how chuffed, how lucky I am to have that eyesight. And all of my family wear glasses. All of them. I'm the only one that doesn't. And I'm kind of holding on to that stubbornly. Because I don't want to have to wear glasses. I want to be able to just not care. Everyone wants to be carefree, not be reliant on anything. I don't want to be reliant on glasses. And I kind of always thought, if I start wearing them, it'll make my eyes weaker, because I'll get lazy. Anyway, I was lucky. I got my eyes tested about maybe a year and a half ago, and the optician said they hadn't got worse, but they hadn't got better. That was lucky, because they usually get worse as you get older. But I kind of could do with reading glasses, but that'll be all. And I do struggle with small detail, I do. But I said to him, I'm determined not to get them. I don't want, if I can avoid it, but I'll get them if you think I should. And he said, no, I don't think you should. I think you should carry on not wearing them, and your eyes will stay stronger from the effort and not get lazy from having the reading glasses, making it easier, like a crutch. And that was really great. It confirmed that I was doing the right thing. I actually thought I'd been doing the wrong thing, just from stubbornness. He told me I was doing the right thing. Put it off as long as you can. When you need them, that's fine. If you don't need them, don't get them. So I'm still not wearing them, and I'm 60. My eyes not really got worse. So basically, to cut a long story short, I'm running along with the thought, how lucky am I to still have half decent eyesight, even if it is struggling a bit, and hopefully I'll hold on to it for a lot longer. So that was my thought there when I woke up out of my running trance. There you go, there's someone flashing the lights, saying hello. So now I'm back in the street like a bit. Look at the difference in light. And I've got a pavement as well. You can't see the sea anymore. That's gone. My light doesn't matter now. I can run the pavement and I can stay out the way. So that's the real takeaway here. Make sure you're enjoying it, and then you'll do it. And that's the thing, that's what I'm trying to do. And I am enjoying it. Right. Here I am, back in the centre, where I started. Stop the watch. There we go, I've completed my run. I'll just wait and see what it says. I did. Saving. Okay. I did 8.7 miles, if my eyesight's right. Let's check. Yeah, 8.7. So not far away from 9 miles. And if I'd done a fast run there, I'd have done half that distance. And if I hadn't actually just decided to put the shoes on, I might not have done anything at all. I would have just sat in the chair. I'd be miserable now because I'd known that I hadn't done something I was meant to. I get the feel-good feeling, not just of the endorphins that's going through my body, but also the fact I can eat my dinner. I've burned off my dinner already, so I'm not going to get fat from that. And also, I've done myself a favour, mentally and physically. I feel good, and I do feel good. My knees are slightly sore, but then They are anyway, because it's just the age I'm at. But they weren't struggling. They're just a bit achy, and that's just to do with having an achy body. Everyone's got aches and pains, but no way going to stop me. So yeah, chuffed I did it. Pitch black now, of course, but yeah, I've enjoyed myself. I'll see you next time for another rave run with Dave the Rave. Roving the Rock. Cheers.